Look, this is not something that needs to be hidden or whispered about. In comics, sexist and stereotypical elements have been present for a long time, and in this, discrimination has been done mostly against female characters. Whether you take the example of Superman himself, where in one comic he spanked Lois Lane, or take another Marvel comic where Ant-Man domestically abused the Wasp. Nowadays, this has reduced a lot, but earlier it used to happen frequently. And even today, if you look carefully, you will still find many examples where female characters are represented in a dominating manner or overly sexualized. Now, personally, I don't have a problem with how someone is shown visually. You can portray them however you want, but at the end of the day, the person reading comics lives in reality, and reality is often disappointing. Reality is frequently disappointing. So, in this video, we will look at the sexist movement shown with female characters in comic books, which is not a good thing, and we will also see what kind of nonsense people used to pull in comics earlier. So, first up is our Wonder Woman. Now she is the first major female superhero who received massive fame in comics and movies. But when her story comes out, we see that in the Justice Society, she was introduced as a secretary. A woman who, in her own time, beats gods and turned mighty Superman into monkeys, was included in the Justice Society as a secretary. Today in comics, she is one of the most prominent members. She is involved in decision making, and if Diana is not there in the Justice League, then the Justice League doesn't feel like the Justice League. Anyway, Wonder Woman has faced gender discrimination many times. For example, in another comic, Diana tells a journal that maybe she can help him with something, but the journal says no, this is far too complicated for a woman's mind. No matter which woman it is, expect Wonder Woman. You see what's happening here, right? All this was written when comics were at their peak popularity, during their golden age. The implication is clear. Wonder Woman is special, she has Amazonian abilities, so she can do it. But when she appears in the form of Diana, she suddenly becomes an ordinary woman. This kind of thinking, and this has even been shown in movies by setting the story in the past. The director escaped criticism because if such discrimination was shown in the present, the internet would have destroyed them without mercy. Moving on from Wonder Woman, let's talk about the next character, Supergirl. The story also stands in the golden age of comics. In the 70s, when Supergirl started getting a strong lead role in adventure comics, a comic cover was released, Wonder Woman starring Supergirl, issue 415. On the surface, the story is that a space pirate becomes attracted to Supergirl. He doesn't want marriage, just breeding, and he threatens that if she refuses, he will destroy Earth. Supergirl handles everything, but the controversy begins when you look at the cover, where a teenage Supergirl is being dragged by her hair into a forced marriage, completely against her will. And as I mentioned, nothing like this actually happens in the comic itself. You understand, right? This was 90s style clickbait, meaning if there is talent, they will completely flip the story just to make the cover shocking. Now moving to the next female character, Invisible Woman, Susan Storm. Stan Lee created Susan with so much love that she could rival DC's Wonder Woman. Even if she doesn't have super strength, she is still one of Marvel's first superheroines. But different writers completely ruined her character. This is from 1963, Fantastic Four, issue 12. There is a scene where the Fantastic Four are heading out on a mission. Everyone's roles are planned, but Susan says that it feels like she's just tagging along, and she doesn't even know how she will help. The journal narration says Mrs. Storm, a young and beautiful woman, can always help by boosting the morale of a man, basically being a cheerleader. Even Mr. Reed Richards agrees with this nonsense. For those who don't know, let me clarify. She is so dangerous that she can destroy even the strongest enemies. You make her a cheerleader, she can rip someone's guts out and hand them over without letting air touch them. Now moving on to our next character, Batwoman. And here, Batman himself makes fun of her. In Detective Comics 307, 1962, there's an incident during a fight, and Batwoman arrives late. Batman mocks her and says, just like a woman, always late. But you weren't late when it comes to meeting Alpha. Now why does Batman say this? Because all the chaos indirectly happened because of Alpha. Alpha is an experimental artificial man, not a human, a synthetic being. He wants to become human, feel emotions, feel love, and he falls in love with Batwoman. In a later scene, he even saves her from dying. Now Bruce Wayne is usually a tough alpha type man, but in front of Catherine, he softens a bit. Some people consider this a small thing, but many people were offended because Batman is a serious man. He would never say something like this about a woman, especially since he deeply respects women. So people were angry that Batman said something that doesn't match his personality. He's a true gentleman. Eventually, all the blame shifted to the writer. What kind of thoughts do they write with? It's hard to understand. Now, last but not least, Batgirl. Here the mess involves the Joker. We all know Joker is insane. Have you heard how Joker forcefully harassed Batgirl in Batgirl issue 41 2015? Joker forcefully wants Batgirl to marry him, while his marriage keeps coming up again and again in DC. Anyway, Joker harasses Batgirl so badly, threatening her mother and her daughter, that she is forced to agree to the marriage. And later, when the wedding almost happens, Joker peels the skin of Batgirl's face and shows it to Batman. This was extremely disturbing, and even when things are supposedly sorted out, Joker tries to cut off Batgirl's hand and legs with a chainsaw. Now it's clear here that Joker respects no one, Batgirl or otherwise. But look, all the stories I have told you were written by someone. I understand that when reimagining storylines, they try to depict things as realistically as possible, but there are many things we understand and feel that should not be shown, whether for us or for society. This affects the upcoming generation. All these guys today who roam around acting like Joker, they have no idea how dark Joker actually is. They think, I'm Joker and I don't give a damn. People get influenced by pop culture and graphic novels so quickly that they don't even realize it. So such sexist and gender equality driven portions should not be depicted in comics, and almost all of us agree on this. Everyone deserves equal rights and the right to express themselves, and this discussion wouldn't stop here. In an upcoming video, we will also talk about male sexism. It's not very high, but it's not negligible either. Male characters have also suffered from sexist agendas in comics and superhero movies, but the story is for another time. So what do you think about this sexism faced by female characters in comics? Let us know in the comments, and if we missed something, tell us that too. And if you like anything in this video, if you felt happy or entertained, then like this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you liked it a lot, share it with your friends, and keep watching Batman.